Welcome to Halo Diaries, the second edition. It's been 1 year and the conversation around hair has not stopped. Today we are joined by an amazing panel of women. I'm your facilitator, Janine, the author of the Big South African Hair Book, and today I'm joined by Noni, Zinnia, Boiti, Faith, and Adira. Yeah, I think we can all relate to that. Anyone else have those traumatic salon experiences growing up? Zinnia,
not the salon per se. Yeah. Growing up, I was left with my grandmother, and she did not have the patience of plaiting, and she just took the machine and go. So I was the bald girl, yes, because she did not have the knowledge on how to deal with the hair and the patience and stuff, and then she just cut it.
No, my grandmother used to do that with just a scissor. So you have these little bits and pieces on your hair. So that's how she would keep her hair in check. But my first salon experience, I remember I went to get my hair permed for the first time. And that was my first time in a salon. And that was the most torturous, I sat there and I felt physically ill. I was convinced that when I'm done here, I'm getting in a taxi, I'm going to Barra because I'm so sick. Like everything ached.
So can we just speak about that for a second? This suffer for beauty mentality, right?
Yeah.
Did everyone grow up suffering for beauty when it came to their hair?
Yeah. When you have to, even like with something as simple as relaxing your hair, when they leave it in for long and you are on fire, your whole scalp is on fire, and you can't, and when you say it's burning, they're like, where? The whole time, no, it's making it softer. So you must leave it longer. That's
and they'll tell you,
traumatizing.
just sit for another 5 or 10 minutes.
And
just
that 10
sit.
minutes is like every second it gets hotter and hotter, and it's like your scalp is on fire. I don't want to experience that again.
That's the mistakes that we do as hairdressers, or they used to do. When you say you're burning, they're supposed to wash you immediately. This thing of saying, oh no,
Let's put shin
If
spray.
it's burning, it's getting better.
oh my God.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh yeah,
I
because shin spray, when you put it on your skin, it's cold.
Yeah.
So they think that the cooling effect, because they want it to be bone straight.
Oh my God.
But your hair is not supposed to be bone straight when you relax it. You know, so yeah.
No, and this whole thing, you know, you suffer for beauty. I remember even when you put braids.
Yes.
And, you know, they're like, no, we need to make it look neat. So the tighter it is, the neater it looks.
supposedly is meant to look.
It looks. And then you go home, right? You're trying to sleep. You can't sleep on that day. You're like,
can't even blink. If you blink once, it might come undone.
And the advice would come that put on a wet duke.
Yes.
How do you sleep? How do you put your wet duke on your pillow? Like
And it gets wet.
It just doesn't make sense. It's the worst. So my cousin and his friend bought that. They wanted to relax their hair. Boys, two boys. So my cousin was clever. He says, okay, start with my friend. So as soon as I put it on the hair, when I combed it, all the hair came out. Oh my God. And so...
Was that not hair remover?
No, it was a relaxer, but it was like those, like it was so corrosive. It was, I put it on, I left it like probably 5 minutes. When I came with a comb, the teeth got, it was like a hair remover.
Does anyone want to share anything that they learned specifically from their mothers or their grandmothers with regards to how they take care of their hair?
for me, I always look at my mom and grandmother. They kept it very simple. And thank goodness, because at least now, you know, they still have their hairlines. But my mom was always like, if literally your head is going to tell you, your hair will tell you that it's sore. So if your hair is pulled, then it's not worth it. Take it out, because yes, it looks good at this particular moment, but the repercussions after, you only see it maybe 3 or 4 months later when you start having a receding hairline. So for mom, is like, get somebody who knows how to do hair, but is gentle. Just because they're gentle, that doesn't mean that they won't know how to do it. As long as it, you know, it protects your scalp. So that's for me.
So you learn some great healthy tips.
So when I go to a salon and you're pulling in my hair, I'm that person. I'm like, stop, it's fine. I am paying for this service and it seems like you don't want to do it. So I might as well just get up and go.
So you don't fight through the teeth?
No, I don't. I'm not one of those people who sit there and then you get home and you complain. No.
for it to be perfect, for it to be great, it has to be pulled, it has to be tight.
And it's taken long to get rid of that mentality. Like even till now, like maybe a couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago, you still think, okay, because I'm not like this, you are not plaiting me the way, or you're not putting in enough passion. Whereas actually, it's like you're actually being like gentle, and then you look afterwards and you're like, oh, it looks good. It looks like it's pulled, but you did it so well that it doesn't have to be pulled.
Yeah, that instant facelift.
We used to think that was the way. But in actual fact, no.
Yeah, Zine, did you learn anything from your mom, your grandmother with regards to, besides now being, you know, the Scalp child?
All that I learned on the streets. Yeah, we used to sit and plait our hair, you know, to go back to school and stuff. So, yeah, regarding of pulling the hair, I still have clients until today who are saying, can you make it tighter? And I'm like, no, you don't need to feel the pain. They're like, no, I don't feel comfortable. Please make it tight.
She's very soft and very gentle.
So it's the mentality that it was
Last longer.
Yes, we still think, I think some people still think that you need to feel something. You don't have to.
No, I think that's one of the biggest barriers that we face right now, because I think as consumers and customers and just normal women, we are becoming more empowered. We know what we want, but then, you know, making sure that we're communicating to the people who's styling our hair, this is what we want, this is what we like. It's very difficult, you know? I mean, I avoided salons for years and I just wanted to DIY my hair, right? So right now, where are we at with our hair? What is your relationship with your hair? Do you think it's positive, neutral, negative? You know, do you love your hair?
Yeah, well, now I do. It took a while, but I think when I started on my natural hair journey, and then it was kind of like a aha moment of, you don't have to fight with your hair. You have to give it just as much as love in return for it to show, you know, the love in return. So I think for me, that's what I learned. I was like, oh, okay, so the more I'm patient with it, the more I love it, the more I treat it like I do my skin. You know, like how I would use this for my skin, and like skin. It's the same thing with your hair. Your hair requires just as much love and patience, and also less expectations. You know, not expecting it to be like, I know it's not going to look like that. Once you let that go, I think you have definitely a healthier relationship with your hair, because now it's like, well, this is what I have and I love it as it is, and it is what it is.
Nani, how are you feeling about your hair? You loving it? Negative, neutral, positive? Where are we at?
I think I still have a lot to learn about my hair and how I feel about it. I think what I want to do now is get a little bit more adventurous with my hair. I've never like colored it. I don't know. I think I've been very safe. It's been braids. It's been cornrows. That's it. I haven't done anything like wild or anything out of my comfort zone. And I don't know. I'm very keen to explore now. I mean, I had a thought the other day of just having a full year of pink. Just, you know, just
pink is so fun.
I don't know. I'm just like
pink, blonde, purple, green.
I just want to. Because I've been very. I mean, my friends always say that like we can almost predict that like what you're gonna have in your hair. It's like 3 hairstyles that you rotate, and I'm like, that's so lame. I feel like I'm this like colorful person, but my hair is boring. So.
Oh no, we're coming out of this pandemic strong. We're coming out of quarantine with pink hair.
So that's where I'm at right now. But in terms of learning to be more patient with it, I'm getting there. I think because my siblings and I have very different hair. They have great hair, like great hair. They don't have to do.
Do you have great hair, honey?
Okay, you see, I need to change that. My hair doesn't grow the same way theirs does. They've always had like long, amazing hair. The weird part is that like I have a brother and he always has to fight with his hair because he has to cut it because it's so like
Oh no, brothers have the hair, they have the eyebrows, the eyelashes.
Okay. The lashes and the brows for me, always.
I've had to fight for everything. So, but I'm learning. So I think for me, I'm getting there, and I think with experimenting, I think it will.
And also, I think a lot of what you do with your hair is linked to, as much as we're not attached to our hair, but it does play a major role in terms of your comfort zone of what you want to do. It's very much linked to not even just personality, but what is taking place in your life and how you allow yourself to be liberated and exhilarated. And it goes as far as hair, I think you've reached a certain peak, you know, because most of the time we're willing to do a lot of things in and around us, but when it comes to the hair, it's like, okay, that's enough. So I think when we actually push ourselves, it affects us more than it just being a hairstyle, but the liberation goes beyond it just being like, oh, I did something with my hair. You know, it's more than that. So